Bradford's Drug Store on North Main Street in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all of your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacist takes time to get to know you, explain your medication, and
Rocky and Patty Tillery, two Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
On your hometown station, the Big Double A.
And we're back here at Cedartown High School. Little technical malfunction, but we are back on the air. There is one out in the inning. We are in the top of the second inning. 3-0 count on Miller, the opposing pitcher for Dalton. 3-0 on the way from Cash. Called strike one on the outside part of the plate. So Cash battling here. Dalton would strike for one in the top of the first, strike for one in the bottom of the first. So a 1-1 score now in the top of the second inning. Pitch on the way from Cash. That one is lifted to the right side and out of play. So a full count now on Miller. Kristen Cash retired Simpson on a strikeout. And that was the first out of the inning. Full count, payoff pitch on the way. Chopper to the shortstop, it'll be Boozer. She's gonna field, fire on to first, and in time for out number 2. So a good battle there by Kristen Cash to come back after falling behind 3-0. To get Miller to ground out to the shortstop, Boozer. That will bring up Bella Parsons, the designated player for Dalton. Cash the look in and the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike one. So Parsons quickly behind, 0-1. Cash looks in, gets the sign from House. She's ready to go. The pitch. That one misses low. Ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Tell you, Kristen seems to have kind of settled into her rhythm. That one's hit to the right side. It'll be Waits who will field and step on first for out number 3, and that'll do it. 3 up, 3 down in the top of the second. We'll go to the bottom of the second. It's a tie ball game, 1-1. We'll be back after this 60-second timeout here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. For oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs!
Have you been to Croker's Hardware and Supply lately? Croker's is the place to find everything you need, from boots to fencing, from plumbing supplies to wood and gas stove fittings, everything, even paint and flooring. Whether you're building or repairing, everything you need is right here at Croker's Hardware on East Avenue. Name brands galore right here in your back door. Orca and Yeti coolers and tumblers, case knives, native eyewear, buck stove grills, and more. At Croker's, you can find everything.
Go by and see the friendly staff there at 1192 Rockmart Highway. That's Croker's Hardware in Cedartown.
Lady Dog Softball on your hometown station, the Big Double A.
Well, hopefully we have all the technical issues worked out. Lady Bulldogs and Lady Catamounts are tied 1-1. A scoreless top of the second inning. As we head to the bottom half, it'll be 7, 8, 9 due up for Cedartown. It'll be Elliott, Waits, and Ramey due up here for the Lady Bulldogs. Lady Bulldogs with 3 hits with only 1 run.
Number 15, Avery Elliott.
Avery Elliott playing second base today. And here we go with the bottom half of the second.
Miller will look into the Dalton dugout, get the sign, check the wristband. And we are ready. First pitch on the way to Elliott. Chopper to the left side. It'll be another play for Olvera. The fire over to first and out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out.
It's a pretty good play right there.
I tell you what, a lot of work so far for Olvera over at shortstop. And she has been very solid for the Catamounts so far. So that'll bring up Emmeline Waits, who is getting the start over at first base this afternoon for the Lady Dogs. She comes to the plate with nobody on and 1 out. Miller comes set, pitch on the way. That one misses upstairs, ball 1. You mentioned it earlier, Andrew, but just a outstanding afternoon for high school softball here at CHS. A nice breeze, comfortable temperatures, overcast skies.
Might be the last nice day for a little while.
It's very possible. Some rain on the way. The pitch on the way, and that one is drilled to the left side, but it is going to be in foul territory and out of play. She gave that one a ride.
Of course she did.
She'll have to come back and try it again. 1 ball, 1 strike the count on the Lady Dogs. Emmeline Waits. Miller again gets the sign. And the pitch on the way. That one's hit to the shortstop again. A diving stop. She'll throw from her knees in time to stretch it first and the out. What a play. Olvera with the stop, the throw from her knees, the stretch at first from Simpson, and she got her by a half a step. 2 outs. You can't do it much better than that. Yeah. Dalton putting on a defensive show in that one.
No.
Absolutely. Give credit where credit is due. Chloe Ramey will come to the plate now with nobody on and 2 outs. Getting the start in left field this afternoon for the Lady Dogs. First pitch on the way to Ramey, and that one is popped straight up. Possible play for the catcher, no. Those of you listening on radio, Dalton wearing their red top uniforms with Dalton in script across the chest, in white numbers, black pants, red socks. So Ramey will stand in. The sign. And the 0-1 is on the way. That one's chopped at the home plate. So Ramey falls behind in the count. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes the count on the Lady Dogs, Chloe Ramey. Again, Miller gets the sign from the dugout, checks her wristband. And the pitch. That one's foul tipped, so Ramey will get to see another pitch. And the bat will continue. Cedartown all tied up with Dalton here in the bottom of the second inning. 1-1 your score. The 0-2 on the way. That one's in the dirt, gonna bounce up to the catcher. And the count will go to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ramey will go down to third base and have a conversation with head coach Josh Smith in his first season at the helm for this Lady Dogs squad. And now we're ready to go back to work. So Ramey stands in, behind in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody on, 2 out. Miller with the sign, the wind and the pitch. Swing, made contact with it, got away, or just got away from her. So a swinging strike 3, but she's down to first base safely. So Ramey will be aboard and will go back to the top of the order, and it'll be Haven Barclay. Barclay is 0 for 1. She flew out to the center fielder Anderson in her first at bat. With the breeze blowing like it is, if she got into another one like that, Andrew, the park may not hold it.
Yeah, she hit it pretty hard the last time straight away.
That one misses well outside and in the dirt. Ball 1. Cedartown trying to keep the inning going with 2 outs. Pitch on the way from Miller. That one's tattooed to the left side, but out of play. So the count now evened up at 1 ball and 1 strike on the Dartmouth commit. Breeze now blowing from right to left field. Pitch on the way from Miller. Barclay lifts that one to the left side. It's going to be another chance for Olvera. Comes over from her spot at shortstop and makes the snag for out number 3. So the Lady Dogs strand 1 and will go to the top of the 3rd, still tied at 1 apiece. We'll be back after this 60-second break with more Cedartown High School softball here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Looking for a good used vehicle? Don't go out of town. Come see the folks at Dingler Motor Company, 526 North Main Street. Bad credit, no problem. Dingler Motor Company can get you back on the road in no time with their in-house financing. Top quality pre-owned late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop by and check out their wide selection at 526 North Main Street across from Livewire Surplus. Call them at 770-748-0906. Search them on Facebook at Dingler Motor Co. That's Dingler Motor Company.
Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for 100 years. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call today for tee time, 770-748-9671. Located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buckhannon Highway. Cedartown's original golf course celebrating 100 years. Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Lady Dogs softball on your hometown station, the Big Double A.
Emily DeCampo will lead things off here in the top of the 3rd inning. 9-1-2 due up for the Catamounts.
First pitch on the way from Kristen Cash. Misses. Ball 1. Sam Branch alongside Andrew Carter. Cedartown High School Lady Dogs softball here at CHS. Region matchup with the Lady Catamounts. Pitch on the way from Cash. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Cedartown and Dalton all tied up at 1 run apiece here in the top of the 3rd inning. Cedartown currently leads the season series. These 2 teams have met once. Lady Dogs picked up a win 12-2. Trying to extend it out to a 2-win advantage, as that one is in there for a called strike 2. Trying to bounce back from 3 straight losses, this Lady Dog team. Trying to battle. That one misses upstairs, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count on Ocampo. The 2-2 on the way from Cash. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got her to chase something upstairs. And that'll be out number 1, and we'll go back to the top of the order now. It'll be Halo Tomas, who was 0 for 1 with a run scored. So Tomas stands in with nobody on and 1 out. First pitch on the way from Cash. Misses the zone, ball 1.
Tomas acting like she wanted to drag a bunt down the right side. Didn't get a good pitch to do it with.
The 0-1 on the way from Cash. Tries it again, makes contact this time, but it's fouled at the plate. And the count is now even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Talk about some weather moving in, another opportunity for the Bulldogs to have to deal with some weather on Friday night. Hopefully, though, I think it's just going to be rain. The 1-1 on the way from Cash, and that one plunks her right off the top of the helmet. So Tomas will trot down to first base after taking one right off the crown of the helmet. And she is good to go. Thankfully, I don't think that one had much mustard on it. And it hit her in a good spot.
Even so, it was a part of the helmet that's got plenty of protection on it.
Absolutely, it does.
So
she's actually kind of joking with the coach down there in the first base box, so I think she's good to go.
It's not like the pitch that Whit Merrifield got hit by.
Not at all.
Not a 96-mile-per-hour fastball that
not at all
hit under the helmet and knocked it off, but definitely not like that.
So that'll bring up Ella Hill. Hill's 0 for 1. First pitch on the way to her. It's hit to the right side. It'll be Elliott. The only play will be at first, and she'll go there for out number 2. Sorry. Oh, and they're going to say that the ball hit her, so that'll be out number 3, actually. So we'll take it.
I think, I think the ball hit her on the way by the base runner. So that's an automatic out. So it's a de facto double play.
We'll take it.
Absolutely.
That'll send us to the bottom of the third. We're still tied 1-1. We'll be back after this 60-second timeout here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big Double A.
Make the right play. Go to Peach State Ford in Cedartown today.
Rush to Peach State Ford in Cedartown. Peach State Ford has a championship lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. Peach State Ford is now open in your backyard.
Peach State Ford is proud to be part of your local community. Whether you're waiting for your vehicle to get serviced, picking up a part for your vehicle, or stopping by to check out a new vehicle for yourself, Peach State Ford offers a wide range of amenities to enhance your experience. Peach State Ford in Cedartown, 2076 Rockmart Highway, 770-748-3673. Livewire Surplus. Stop in today at 546 North Main Street. New items are arriving all the time. At Livewire, they have unbelievable deals on lawnmowers, weed eaters, and leaf blowers. But that's not all. How about your patio? Livewire has top-of-the-line grills, patio tables and chairs, fire pits, and so much more. All fresh off the truck, brand new, still packaged, and priced to sell. Livewire Surplus, 678-861-5021. Take your truck. You're going to need it to load up on the savings.
Lady Dawgs softball on your hometown station, the Big Double A.
We'll welcome you back as we head to the bottom half of the third inning. Cedartown and Dalton are tied at 1 as the pitcher for Dalton, Miller, completing her warm-up tosses. Cedartown will bring 2, 3, and 4 to the plate. It'll be Pittman, followed by Kinsley Boozer and Kendall Howard. And there's the throw to second base, and we are ready to go here in the bottom half of the third. Lady Dogs scoring their only run in the bottom half of the first inning, and a bunch of goose eggs since. Shaylee Pittman, her last time up, had a base hit and scored our only run to this point. An RBI by Kendall Howard knocked her in at the next at bat. So looking for Shaylee Pittman to continue the hit parade for Cedartown. We've got 3 base knocks today.
Miller will look in, get the sign, and the pitch is on the way, and that is smacked to the left side, and that's the first one that Olvera has missed. And Shaylee Pittman will be aboard with a leadoff single. That just got under her glove over there at the shortstop position, and that's the first one that she's missed.
Zipped on by her too, and way to go, Shaylee Pittman, a perfect 2 for 2 and 2 trips. Kinsley Boozer 0 for 1.
So Boozer comes to the plate with a runner up first. Nobody out. Pitch on the way. Runner goes. Hit to the left side hard and over her head. Pittman had to pause to make sure it was going to drop. So she'll have to stay at third. Had she known that one was going to get down, she could have been able to easily score all the way from first. But she did have to pause just to make sure. And a good piece of base running there by Shaylee Pittman. And we'll have runners at second and third and nobody out.
It's that line drive right at you that is one of the toughest ones to judge, and Parker misjudged it and went over her head. And Cedartown in business right now, a chance to grab the lead here in the bottom half of the third.
This will bring up Kendall Howard. Howard with a big base hit already in this one, looking for a second one. The first pitch on the way to her. A little nubber there to the shortstop. The catch is made, and that'll be the first out of the inning. So Howard not able to move anybody over. So it'll be up to Chastity Washington. Washington comes to the plate with runners at second and third, and one out. Chastity 1 for 1 on the afternoon.
Chastity singled to left field.
First pitch on the way. That one's upstairs, misses ball 1. Good crowd on hand here this afternoon here at CHS, cheering on the Lady Dogs in this region matchup. Miller will look into the dugout, check her wristband, the look in and the pitch. That one's in the dirt, misses ball 2. Again, the look in from Miller. The wind and the pitch. That one's chopped to the left side. That's going to score at least 1. And the Lady Dogs have taken the lead. Washington is going to head for second, and she will be in there on the throw in to third. So Chastity Washington with an RBI has given the Lady Dogs a 2-1 lead here in the bottom of the third inning.
That's in pure Chastity Washington style right there. And she's always, if they're going to throw in or throw away from her, she's going to try to take an extra bag, and she did exactly that. And Cedartown has grabbed the lead for the first time today, 2-1.
This will bring up Kristen Cash. She comes to the plate with runners at second and third in the form of Chastity Washington and Kinsley Boozer. First pitch on the way to Cash. That's in there, called strike 1. Boozer at third, Washington at second. Cash trying to help herself here. Add to the calls. 2 on, 1 out. 1 run already across. The pitch on the way. That one's going to be behind her. It's going to get away from the catcher, and everybody's going to move up, and the Lady Dogs are now up 3-1. A 2-run advantage for the Lady Dogs here in the bottom of the third. So Washington moves up to third base, and the count is 1 ball and 1 strike on Kristen Cash. The pitch from Miller. That one's going to miss. Ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike on Cedartown's Kristen Cash. The look in, the check of the wristband, now the pitch. And that one's tattooed right back where it came from, straight up the middle. That's going to score a run. And Kristen Cash has delivered an RBI single, and it's 4-1, Lady Dogs lead in the bottom of the third.
You got to love that. Cash hardly ever gets a chance to bat for herself, and this time a solid base hit to right center field that went all the way to the fence. She's going to be subbed out for a courtesy runner, and it's going to be number 16, Mariah Westmoreland, to run for at first base. But a good piece of hitting there as number 15, Avery Elliott, will get the trip to the plate here. Elliott began the second inning with a ground out to short. One of the great plays we've seen today at shortstop. by Olvera.
So Elliott will come to the plate with a runner over at first, 1 out, and 3 runs already across. First pitch on the way. That one gets past the catcher. Westmoreland will easily take second. So Cedartown now with a runner at second base. Elliott back in the box already. Ready to go to work. 1-0 the count. Miller with the pitch. That one's hit up the middle. That one's going to drop into shallow center field. And Westmoreland will hold it third as the throw comes into home. It gets away from the catcher, and Westmoreland will slide into home safely. 5-1 your score. 4 runs across. Lady Dogs rolling here in the bottom of the third. Still only 1 out.
Yeah, the throw home just got away, and Mariah was not going to score on that one until that ball got away, and she was able to easily score that time. And now Emmeline Waits will be the batter. Waits a ground out to shortstop her last time. She's 0 for 1.
So Elliott moves up to second base and waits with a chance to continue the hit parade. 5-1 your score. Runner at second base, 1 out. First pitch on the way to Waits, and that one's hit down the left side and foul. Coach Smith thought about making an ESPN play of his own, but then thought otherwise.
He thought, I don't want my hand to be swollen tomorrow morning.
So Waits will get back in the box. Behind in the count. No balls, 1 strike. Look in from Miller, and the pitch. That one's tattooed. Left side, through the gap at left center. That's going to score 1. Waits is around first. She's going to have to cruise into second. The tag, safe. Delayed call there by the field umpire. Waits did not elect to slide on that one.
And I think she'll probably be told when she gets back to the dugout, you got to slide.
You've got to. But she's in there safe nonetheless. And so again, Lady Dogs score a run, and it's 6-1, 5 runs across, and it'll bring up Chloe Ramey, the 9th spot in the batting lineup.
She reached on a dropped third striker last time.
First pitch misses up and out of the zone. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. The count on Ramey, getting to start out in left field. The pitch from Miller. That one misses upstairs. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strike to count. Waits the runner out at second. 1 out. Again, the look in from Miller. The pitch on the way. That one's inside, gets away from the catcher, and Waits is going to move up to third base. That one just got away from Tomas. It was ball 3. And so Ramey in a perfect spot.
Well, and Dalton was just cruising until this inning, and Cedartown is taking advantage of some Dalton mistakes here. 3 balls, no strikes to Chloe Ramey with Haven Barclay waiting on deck.
The 3-0 on the way. That one's hit to the left side. That one is going to be just foul.
Oh, my.
That one would have scored a run, and Ramey could have possibly been standing at second base. Instead, she'll have to come back, pick up the stick, and go back to work with a 3-1 count.
Just barely fouled down the third base line.
Had those officials been from the Nebraska-Colorado game, that probably would have been a fair ball.
Yeah, probably.
Dig intended. So the 3-1 and the pitch on the way. That one's in there called strike 2. A good pitch there by Miller. Trying to battle back here against Ramey. And the count is now full. Chloe Ramey, one of these young up-and-comers for this Lady Dogs softball program. Getting a valuable start here this afternoon. The payoff pitch on the way. That one's going to miss, ball 4, and Ramey will trot down to first base.
That's a good at-bat there by Ramey.
And Cedartown will have now runners on the corners with only one out, and we do go back to the top of the order in Haven Barclay. And you bring to the plate leadership, power, and speed.
I got to go back to that bat by Chloe Ramey. She's reached both times she's been up, albeit the first one on a drop third strike, but she reaches anyway. Barclay popped out her last time.
Pitch on the way, and she smacks that one to the right side. That was well hit all the way to the fence, off the fence. 1 run is going to score. 2 runs are going to score. Barclay is around second. She's going to easily cruise into third with a stand-up 2 RBI triple. The Lady Dogs have plated 7 runs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. They have an 8-1 lead over the Dalton Catamounts.
You gotta love it. And again, like we said before, what's been a tough stretch of games for the Lady Bulldogs. This really comes at a very good time for the Lady Dogs here, getting these runs on the board. And now it'll be Shaylee Pittman.
Home plate umpire takes a moment to clean off home plate, and while he does, Tatum, the third baseman for Dalton, just comes in and gives Miller a little bit of a pep talk.
Pittman, by the way, singled to start this inning.
She's also 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored. First pitch on the way. That one's going to miss. Ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes to count on Cedartown's Shaylee Pittman, who's getting the start over at third this afternoon. Not on the mound for Cedartown. Pitch on the way. That one misses, ball 2. Pittman had that marathon game yesterday that went 8 and 2/3 innings, throwing 150 some odd pitches.
And I'll tell you how many. 169.
Good night. So we give her arm a break today. She's ahead in the count 2-0. That one misses upstairs, ball 3. So 3 balls, no strikes to count now on Pittman.
If I throw 169 pitches in 2.5 hours, I'd be tired too. And that arm's tired. It might even be a little sore.
Let me tell you what, if I throw 169 pitches in 2 hours, I'm not starting anywhere the next day except for 6 feet under.
Ball 4. I agree. I would be the same way. You know?
Yeah, that'd be tough, buddy. Runners on the corners now, and that's going to prompt a coaching visit from the Dalton dugout.
It just hasn't gotten any better after all this that's happened, coaching visit, and I don't know if they're going to make a change or not here. Lady Dogs with 7 on the board here, leading 8-1 in the bottom half of the 3rd inning.
Would you like to wager a friendly bet?
Sure.
Does Pittman steal on the first pitch?
It wouldn't shock me. I'll take that.
Would you
I'll
take
that wager.
One?
Yeah, I'll take that wager.
I think I would take that wager too.
I think that's a pretty safe bet. By the way, Ronaldo Lopez starts for the Atlanta Braves tonight against Washington. Big game for them. They need a win in the worst way, just like these Lady Dogs do.
Atlanta now full game behind the Mets in the wild card race. First pitch on the way. Pittman goes, hit to the left side and through. Another run is going to score. Pittman's going to cruise into third. Boozer will go up to second. And the Lady Dogs have now put an 8 spot in this bottom of the 3rd inning, and it's now 9-1.
Throw came toward third, Sam, and Boozer, recognizing that, goes to second base.
And that's just a part of that speed that we talk about that's at the top of that order in Barclay, Pittman, Boozer. So that'll bring up Kendall Howard. Howard is 1 for 2 with an RBI.
She was the first out of this inning, a little soft line drive to the shortstop.
First pitch on the way to Howard, and that one's going to plunk her. And that is a reoccurring theme this season, I believe.
Yes, it is. Either whether it's Kendall Howard or Chastity Washington, one of the two get hit by pitches all the time.
So Howard trots down to first base, and the bases are going to be juiced.
Number 24, Chastity Washington.
Looks like they're going to put out a pinch runner for the designated player. They can do that one time in her re-enter, so it looks like they're going to put speed out there. That Coach Smith is playing for the win here.
And I don't blame him. I think he understands that we are knocking at the door of closing the door on this one, and so he will insert
Caden Irvin,
For 18,
the pinch hitter. So the bases are loaded, and that'll bring out Chastity Washington. You've got Shaylee Pittman at third, Kinsley Boozer at second, and Caden Irvin, the pinch runner for Kendall Howard over at first base. Chastity Washington to the plate. First pitch on the way to Washington. That almost hits her, gets away from the catcher. The run is going to score from third. Everybody is going to move up, and it's 10-1. So the Lady Dogs take advantage and jump on that one very quickly. And the bases are no longer loaded for Washington. Pittman scores from third. Boozer moves from second to third. Irvin now stands at second base. And Washington is ahead in the count, 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch on the way, a chopper to the third baseman. Tatum will gather, throw to first. There's the out, they'll come home, and Boozer is in there safely. The slide is good. And it's now 11-1. Cedartown big on top. Here in the bottom of the third inning, we've now scored so many runs in the bottom of the third, we've run out of room to put it on the scoreboard.
10 runs.
10 runs just in this bottom of the third inning. 2 outs are in the inning, though. That was out number 2 over at first base, and a good play there by Simpson, the first baseman for Dalton. A good throw to the plate. Tomas, the catcher, with a good tag. Just Boozer was able to get under it. First pitch there to Kristen Cash, misses ball 1. You have to give credit where credit is due to this Dalton team, where they have missed the mark some on pitching defensively. They've been fairly solid. That one hit to the left side and through past Tatum. That is going to score the 11th run of the third inning, and it is now 12-1 as Irvin, the pinch runner, scores from third. Kristen Cash picks up the RBI, and she will have a single, and a courtesy runner will come in the form of Mariah Westmoreland.
How about Kristen Cash? Kristen Cash with 2 hits today. That one driving home a run.
2 hits, 2 RBIs.
Yes.
It'll be Avery Elliott now will grab a bat and hit Elliott also with a good afternoon at the plate. 1 for 2, a run scored and an RBI. First pitch on the way to Elliott. That one is a slow roller to the third baseman, and she will gather and fire over to first. So that will finally do it for the bottom of the third, but not before the Lady Dogs strike for 11 runs and take a 12-1 lead. We'll go to the top of the fourth. We'll be back after this 60-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big Double A.
Bradford's Drug Store on North Main Street in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all of your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacist takes time to get to know you, explain your medication, and answer any questions that you may have. Go by and see Bill Brewster and all the fine folks at Bradford's the next time you need a prescription filled. Also use their convenient drive-thru. Bradford's Drug Store, 500 North Main Street, Cedartown, 770-748-3100. And all the folks at Bradford say, go Dogs.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, 2 Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Lady Dog Softball on your hometown station, the Big Double A.
12-1 lead for Cedartown. It will be 3, 4, and 5 to you up, I believe. O'Vera, Tatum, and Anderson. Lady Dogs lead it 12-1.
First pitch on the way from Cash is popped up. Going to be a play at the plate. Oh, a diving try there for Cedartown's catcher, Bella Howell. And she comes up just short. It did land in fair territory, so O'Vera will be aboard. And that'll bring up Kaylee Tatum. I mean, she laid out for that one and did everything that she could, but just came up just short on making that snag. So Tatum comes to the plate with a runner on and nobody out. First pitch on the way, a hard hit ball to the third base side, and Shaylee Pittman just completely whiffed on that one. That one went right by her, and that'll put runners at first and second.
Well, that's not what you want to happen after you have an 11-run inning.
Number 44.
I don't know if that one was just moving a lot quicker than she thought it was, or if she just misjudged it, but that one right past Pittman over at third.
They're going to rule that a single.
And that'll bring up Anderson.
So 2 infield hits, or 1 infield hit on that little pop, and then that liner there.
Anderson 0 for 1. This one sharply hit to the right side. Waits will gather and go to first for the first out. So Anderson moves the runners up to second and third, but she is the first out of the inning, and that's going to bring up Simpson.
Number 14.
Simpson, the first baseman, 0 for 1. She comes to the plate with runners at second and third. 1 out in the inning. We are in the top of the fourth. Lady Dogs lead 12-1. First pitch on the way from Cash. That one misses, ball 1.
If we can score 1 run in the bottom of the fourth inning, if this score stays the way it is,
we can go home.
We can go home.
Pitch on the way from Cash, and that one's hit up the middle, and that one's going to be through, and Dalton will plate 2. That one's going to go all the way to the fence. Barclay's going to get it in. The throw comes into second, but not in time, and Simpson delivers a 1-out, 2 RBI double.
I got to stop saying things like that.
And it's now 12-3 as Dalton strikes for 2.
9-run game now.
Good piece of hitting there for Simpson. And that'll bring up the opposing pitcher, Miller, who is 0 for 1. Cash the look in to Howell. And the pitch is on the way. That one's going to be hit to Boozer. Boozer will field, fire to first for the out. Runner is going to go. Waits is going to fire to third. The slide, the tag, and the out. What a play there by Waits and Pittman to get the Lady Dogs out of the inning, but not before the Catamounts strike for 2. 12-3 is your score. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. We'll be back after this 60-second timeout here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. For oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, Go Dogs!
Are you ready for steel? Equipment, that is. At Croker's Hardware in Cedartown, we've got all the steel equipment. Blowers and shredder vacs, chainsaws, augers and drills, trimmers and brush cutters. We're very proud to be a retailer for the steel product line. As an independent dealer, we can provide many services that the big box chain stores just can't match. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff is always ready to help you select the equipment that meets your specific needs. So call Croker's for a steel today. That's 770-748-4842 to learn more about steel in Cedartown.
Lady Dogs softball on your hometown station, the Big Double A.
Well, welcome back. We head now to the bottom half of the fourth. Dalton scored 2 runs in the top of the inning. Then a nice double play first to third got us out of the inning. Lady Dogs now lead by 9, 12-3. And it will be 8, 9, and 1 due up. Lady Dogs, Emmeline Waits, Chloe Ramey, and Haven Barclay. As we begin the bottom half of the 4th inning, Cedartown would like to maybe close this game out here. If they can make it a 12-run lead, they can do that.
Waits 1 for 2 with an RBI and a run scored. First pitch on the way, and that one is hit to the right side and out of play, foul. Miller still out in the center circle for Dalton. So far through 3 innings, she has given up 11 earned runs. That one's hit to the right side, but it's going to be a play for Ocampo. Will come in and make the catch for out number 1.
It just about popped out of her glove.
She's only recorded 1 strikeout as Miller. So that's out number 1 for the Lady Dogs here in the bottom of the 4th, and it'll be Chloe Ramey.
Number 23, Chloe
Ramey is 0 for 1. She has walked, struck out, scored a run, but she has reached both times thanks to the dropped strike 3 call. So she stands in, pitch on the way. And that one is popped up. It's going to be Miller in the circle. She will make the grab for out number 2. So quickly, 2 up and 2 down after the huge bottom of the 3rd inning for the Lady Dogs. And we'll go back to the top of the order in Haven Barclay.
We know the old saying, heating is contagious, and it was definitely spreading like wildfire in the 3rd inning. But
I was going to say malaria.
Well, you know.
Even though that's not contagious, but, you know. Pitch on the way to Barclay. In the dirt, ball 1.
Kind of a morbid comparison, but we'll go,
you said
go with
contagious,
that.
so I was thinking, you know, sickness. Strep throat. Stomach bug.
Doctor, give me the news.
I got a bad case of loving you. 1 ball, no strikes, the count on the Lady Dogs. Haven Barclay, pitch on the way. That one misses, ball 2. Lady Dogs will be in action again tomorrow night here at home against Cartersville. And then another game Thursday night as well. No, they moved it, right?
Yeah, that's the one they moved.
That's the one they moved. Cedartown Middle School and JV football is still scheduled for Thursday night as of now.
As long as there's no lightning, they should be okay. 3 balls, no strikes to Haven Barclay.
And then football at home Friday night. Region play opens up against the Altoona Buccaneers. Here at the dock, pitch on the way. That one's going to miss, ball 4. So after 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 4th, Haven Barclay draws a 2-out, 4-pitch walk, and she will trot down to first base, and that'll bring up Shaylee Pittman.
And she will be at second base on the first
very
pitch.
quickly. Yes, very, very quickly. Friday night is also Cedar Hill night here at Cedartown Memorial Stadium, Dock Ayers Field. First pitch on the way to Pittman. Runner goes. Chopper to the left side and foul. You want to be sure to join us for that as we will once again honor Cedar Hill. Coach S.U. Rogers have a presentation before kickoff. And then, of course, here on the Big AA, the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, we will have our pregame show beginning at 6 p.m. Kickoff set for 7:30. Pitch on the way, runner goes, hit right back up the middle, and Barclay will stand at second base as the center fielder Anderson gets that one in quickly. And so Shaylee Pittman is aboard with a single, and runners are now at first and second with 2 outs. You know, last week, we had to start the show at 5:45 because we had an extended show just because we decided to talk too much.
I let you do it. I didn't.
I loved it.
I decided, you know what? I'm going to give them an opportunity. There's so much to talk about.
We talked a good bit. Runners at first and second. Kinsley Boozer at the plate. First pitch on the way. That's in there, called strike 1 on the inside part of the plate.
In case you didn't know, we love to talk.
We do. Boozer 2 for 3. 2 runs scored and an RBI. You got speed on the base pads, speed at the plate. Have you looked at the picks for this week yet?
I have. I've already done them.
I have not. Not even looked at him. That one is going to hit her. In case you couldn't tell by the scream. So the bases will be loaded as Kinsley Boozer takes one off of her calf. And we'll have Boozer at first, Pittman at second, Barclay at third. All kind of speed on the base paths for the Lady Dogs as we have them loaded. And I tell you what, I don't know of a more perfect scenario for the Lady Dogs with the bases loaded with Kendall Howard coming to the plate.
Well, with the speed you got out there,
and
extra
a big
base
bat,
hit.
oh man!
I mean, could end the ball game here.
12-3 is your score. Lady Dogs on top. There are 2 outs in the inning though, but with Howard at the plate, she's already 1 for 2 with an RBI. She's also been hit by a pitch. She could all send us home with one big swing of the bat. She takes that first pitch in there for a called strike 1.
That's the first time today she has taken a first pitch. Usually she's swinging away. But she decided to take that one and got a called strike.
So no balls, 1 strike to count. The Lady Dogs, Kendall Howard. The 0-1 on the way. That one is hit hard. It's hit deep, but the center fielder makes a play over her head, and that'll be out number 3. The Lady Dogs leave them loaded. We'll go to the top of the 5th. Cedartown on top, 12-3. We'll be back after this 60-second timeout here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big AA.
Looking for a good used vehicle? Don't go out of town. Come see the folks at Dingler Motor Company, 526 North Main Street. Bad credit, no problem. Dingler Motor Company can get you back on the road in no time with their in-house financing. Top quality pre-owned late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop by and check out their wide selection at 526 North Main Street across from Livewire Surplus. Call them at 770-748-0906. Search them on Facebook at Dingler Motor Co. That's Dingler Motor Company.
Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for 100 years. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call today for tee time, 770-748-9671. Located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buckhannon Highway. Cedartown's original golf course celebrating 100 years. Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Lady Dogs softball on your hometown station, the Big AA.
Bella Parsons, Emily DeCampo, and Halo Tomastiu up 8-9-1 for the Dalton Lady Catamounts. A 9-run lead for Cedartown, 12-3 in the top of the 5th inning.
First pitch on the way, and that one is hit down the right side and out of play. Foul ball. If you are, we were talking about it in the last inning there, but if you're planning on coming out Friday night, I would recommend bringing a poncho with you or a raincoat. Pitch on the way, and that is lifted foul. It hit in fair territory and then rolled foul, thankfully, for the Lady Dogs. So Kristen Cash is ahead in the count here, 0-2.
Had some backspin off the bat there,
yes,
Sam.
It did.
And that's why it went foul.
Bella Parsons at the plate. Also, go back and read those rules that are still in place about what you can and what you can't bring into the stadium, because I don't know if they will allow you to bring umbrellas in. That one misses in the dirt, ball 1. You know, they instituted a whole new set of rules. I believe it was last year. It might have been the season before, but I believe it was actually last year about what is allowed and not allowed inside the stadium. So with weather coming, make sure you got a good raincoat or a poncho. The 1-2 on the way. No rain today. That one missed. Wow. Ball 2. The only thing that we've got to worry about it raining here are runs for the Lady Dogs. Here all night.
Good one,
here
Sam.
all
good
night.
One. Good one.
Or at least until this one's over. The 2-2. Pitch on the way from Cash. Fouled at the plate, got just enough of it.
I'm glad you didn't use all your piffy comments for last night at the meeting.
That's true.
Of course, I don't know what you said because I wasn't there.
Well, you would be glad because I didn't use any of them, because last night was millage rate night.
Yeah, not a very pleasant topic.
No. That one's chopped at the plate, foul. There were let's just say there were no zingers last night.
No.
It was all business. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Here come the comments.
On Bella Parsons. And the pitch on the way from Cash. That one misses out of the zone, so 3-2 now the count. It is full.
Cash has only got 52 pitches through 4 innings so far, so not bad as far as the number of pitches she's thrown.
The payoff on the way. That one is hit right back up the middle. It'll be Boozer who will field and fire for out number 1. So Cash retires Parsons for out number 1.
Just a good fundamental play there by the Lady Dogs shortstop. Boozer over to first base.
That'll bring up Emily Ocampo.
Ocampo is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. 1 of 2 strikeouts thrown by Kristen Cash.
Cash looks in, first pitch on the way. In there, called strike 1. I tell you what, and give props to Bella Howell, who has done a really good job behind the plate this afternoon for the Lady Dogs.
This, I think, her first varsity start behind the plate. She has done well.
0-1 the count. Here comes the pitch. That one's in there, called strike 2. Cash extremely efficient so far for the Lady Dogs. Through 4 1/3. The 0-2 on the way. Just missed ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And for the second time, Ocampo is down on strikes, and we'll go back to the top of the order, and it'll be Halo Tomas.
You got to love it. I mean, that was third strikeout. Cedartown has them down to 2 outs.
Tomas 0 for 1 on the afternoon. First pitch on the way, swinging strike 1. Trying to get that head start out of the box. She's behind in the count. Pitch on the way. That one misses out of the zone. Ball 1, Tomas took that plunker off the top of the helmet in her last plate appearance. Hoping for a different result in this at-bat. 1-1 the count, pitch on the way, and that one is deposited into shallow center field. Haven Barclay will field and get it in, holding Tomas to a single. That one kind of landed out there in no man's land. So she's aboard with 2 outs. And that'll bring up Ella Hill, who is 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Defensively for Dalton, it looks like Tomas and Hill have swapped places, or at least according to Game Changer, between catcher and second base. First pitch on the way from Cash. That one misses ball 1. Tomas got the start behind the plate. Hill got the start out at second base. According to Game Changer, they have now switched spots in the defensive alignment for Dalton. Hill ahead in the count, 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch on the way. That one's lifted to the right side and back into the parking lot, out of play, foul. Young fan from Antioch will be taking home the free souvenir.
Okay, Skip.
1-1 the count, pitch on the way. Fouled straight back. Count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. You mentioned it, but the Braves in action tonight against the Washington Nationals, a crucial series. 3 games against the Nats. A full game behind the New York Mets now in the wild card series. Or in the wild card race, I should say. That one fouled back as well. The count will remain 1-2, and unfortunately, the Mets own the tiebreaker. Now, we will face the Mets in a full 3 games.
I was about to say, we got 2 series left with them.
Right. And so we've got a chance to claw back into that one. We play them in a 3-game series in September.
Well, here's another scenario, too. The Diamondbacks, who's ahead of Atlanta and the Mets, is kind of falling a little bit on hard times, so they could move out, and Atlanta and the Mets could be the top.
So 1-2 hit to Wait. She will gather, take it to first for out number 3, and
we'll take that.
All that will happen here in the top of the first, or top of the fifth, I should say. We'll go to the bottom of the fifth. Lady Dogs on top, 12-3.
I think that might be the
your score.
I think that might be the game.
They're lining up.
Yeah, so it's 12-3. It's only a 9-run lead, though, isn't it?
Well, Cedartown is lining up like it's ball game. Dalton had a couple players going out to take the field, and now they're lining up to shake hands.
There's a little confusion there.
I'm confused. They're confused. We're confused.
We live in a state of confusion, Sam.
Well, I can tell you this. The Lady Dogs have now won this one because they are shaking hands, and that is going to do it. Your score, 12-3. Cedartown with the big win over the Dalton Lady Catamounts here at home.
Well, and here it is, Sam. I mean, the Lady Dogs, they needed a big win, and they got it here, bouncing back after some tough games. And good days at the plate, specifically for the middle part of the order. Chastity Washington 2 for 3 with 2 runs batted in. Kristen Cash, how about Kristen Cash? A little under the weather today. She pitched well, only gave up 3 runs, and at the plate she was 2 for 3 with 2 runs batted in. A couple of RBIs for Haven Barclay. That triple that drove home a couple of runs. She was 1 for 3 on the day with a run scored as well. Shaylee Pittman, 3 for 3 with 3 runs scored and a walk, so she had a good day as well at the plate. Emmeline Waits 1 for 3 with an RBI, run scored. Just about everybody getting into the hit category. The only one who didn't get a hit today was Chloe Ramey, but she reached twice, reached on a drop third strike, and she walked once. So everybody got aboard at some point during the ball game. And after the woes of the last few games, this was definitely a breath of fresh air for the Lady Bulldogs.
It was your final line. Dalton 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors. Cedartown 12 runs on 13 hits and only 1 error. The Cedartown breaking that 3-game losing streak, improving to a record of 14-6 on the season. Cedartown will return to action tomorrow night here at CHS as they will take on the Cartersville Purple Hurricanes in another region matchup. First pitch of tomorrow night's game is set for 7 o'clock. It will be right here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network 106.1
We
FM.
hope so.
That's right. AM 1340, and of course across our social media platforms, Facebook Live, NFHS Network, YouTube Live. And then the next games will be this weekend. They will take on Carrollton and LaGrange, and then we will be back in action on Monday the 16th. We go back across the county, Andrew Carter, and we will take on the Rockmart Yellow Jackets. But, of course, again, another big region matchup set for tomorrow night at 7 o'clock here on the home of the Cedartown Bulldogs, the Big AA. For DJ Connor back at the radio station, for my broadcast partner, Andrew Carter, I'm Sam Branch saying, as always, until next time, Bulldog fans, good night, God bless, and go Dogs.